Hey, what's going on, guys? One Up Eco here, and welcome to episode 11 of Scrimming Essentials. I have been looking forward to doing this episode for so long, so thank you guys so much for checking out the stream. I really appreciate it. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'm really excited to start diving down and helping you guys out with this improvement. So, we're gonna go ahead and get started with this first person, who is Illy Bean YT. First of all, actually, before I get started, I want to just thank you guys all for checking it out. So, Toasted, Sparrow Season, Pine Linux, Luis Pelletara, sorry if I butcher your guys' name, Fast Pro, Fusion FN, OIQ, Sirana, and Some Fun Plays. Oh yeah, I remember you. Stealth, JGAT, Dario, Laser FN, Shrey FN. Oh yeah. Thank you guys so much for checking out the stream. Oh, and WTX Alpha, Oma Vax. Yo, thank you guys so much for checking out the stream. I really appreciate it. All right. We're gonna go ahead and get started. So our first YouTube channel we're gonna be coaching is Illy Bean YT. So if you guys haven't filled out this application already, I leave a description, a link in the description. You guys can go check that out. So we'll go ahead and check this guy out. I did ask for Wii transfer links, but obviously, you know, if you're on console or you guys are on like mobile or something, you're not gonna be able to share. What the heck? Does this guy have any videos? Okay, we're just gonna assume he wants me to check out his YouTube channel. So yeah, if you guys can't access replays, you can't share it with me, that's fine. You can just record it and then upload it onto YouTube and then share it through the link. So that's all good and dandy. That'll work too. So we're going to get started with Illy Bean YT. Excuse me. I've been feeling a little under the weather. Anyway, so they want me to review everything and they want to improve on everything. So we'll go ahead and watch this quick one. So this is for Illy Bean YT. Okay, I also have notes in the description if you guys want to follow along. So Illy Bean YT. And we're going to try to go through every single one of you guys' requests today. So if you don't see your name, either you didn't fill out the application properly or I just didn't have time to get to it. And so in that case, I apologize. However, I think in the future, I want to do something similar to this again, if you guys want me to. So if you haven't gone, if you're not going to get seen, then that's fine. We'll do it again later. So Illy Bean YT, let's get started. I'm gonna just mute the audio because I don't want to get copyrighted. Actually, I don't know if I can help you with this. This is a montage with trick shotting, but you want me to help you improve. So we're gonna get back to you, Illy Bean. If you want to resend another application with maybe some gameplay that I could review, or more specifics that I can help you with, definitely do that so I can help you with that. Okay. So we're gonna move on to the next person. That's gonna be Complex Raven, and you have I don't think that's a real website, is it? I'm on console.com. Yeah, that's not a real website. Okay, I'll tell you what, Raven. If you can somehow record your gameplay, whether it be like through PlayStation Share Factory, or even recording it on your iPhone or something, upload it to YouTube, you can paste that YouTube link right here instead of this link, and I'll be able to help you out. So we're gonna go to the next person. This guy's Cheater KPS, Spy KPS Gaming, right? So we're gonna go ahead and go to this. Okay, so we got another YouTube video. Hopefully it's not a montage. It's a montage. Okay. Like I said before, guys, montages are totally fine, but I just need something to work with because I'll be honest with you guys. Montages are a little hard for me to critique because they're very short clips that are very fast. If you want me to really coach you and give you advice, I need to be able to see your decisions that you make in game. So you want play style tips, right? I want to improve on how to box fight and how not to choke. So watch this. Okay, that's some good damage. Oh, you're playing with visualized sound effects? Um, okay, I'll tell you what, Spy Kids. Like I said to the other guy who made a montage, if you could upload me some like arena clips that are like full replays, I'll be able to give you a little more advice. But from what I can see from your gameplay, like particularly this clip, right? If I can just watch it real quick. Your crosshair placement isn't very good. That's why you missed the shotgun shot right here. And your AR is, a little off. And definitely piece control. So those are the two things in general when I try to help people out with box fighting. Piece control and aim, like crosshair placement. That's your two go-to things you want to practice. So just knowing where your opponent is, tracking through builds, and then taking their builds before they can place it, it will definitely give you that upper edge you need in a fight. So again, though, I'm going to give you more advice later. If you could upload a full clip, so I can give you more specialized help. So with that being said, we're gonna go to the next person. Okay, crazier. Okay, we got a Twitch clip. Cool. My solo gameplay: how to fight when being shot at first. My confidence in fights. Okay, this is something we can work with, hopefully. Hey, how you guys doing? Aaron, Mr. Highlights 35, Crafty by Dev, Karma, Linux. Cool. If you guys just sent the request right now, that's totally fine. I'll come check it out. We're getting through it all. So if you guys haven't filled out the application, go ahead and do so now. What I am looking for, however, is either a replay file or a YouTube clip that's like pretty long, so I can actually review it and give you some advice. So, because yeah, we've gotten quite a bit of montages, and they're a little bit hard for me to review because there's not that much gameplay. I can't really see your decisions, so we'll go ahead and watch this, guy. So this is for Crazier. Let me paste that into the doc. Held for review later. So Crazier. And you wanted to know how to fight when to be shot at first, my confidence in fights. Okay. So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. So looks like you're going straight for probably this island, right? Cool. I think you dropped a little late because the bus circle should have, yeah. Okay, so yeah, we're landing here. Looks like you're alone, so that's good. Actually, I remember me and my friend landed here for duos a while ago. It's a pretty good spot. Okay, so another person did land with you. You're gonna go ahead and take shots. That's fine. Got some damage. It's good to not overcommit in fights like that. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit, and then I'll pause it if I see something interesting. Okay, I'm gonna just say something real quick on this part. Shooting at people for storm tags, that's totally fine, but in this case, you had a green burst, right? And that guy was so far away. If you were to shoot at this guy and he had a sniper or something, you're gonna potentially risk taking damage just for shooting at this guy. I would not advise you to, just shoot at random people, especially if you have very low ammo. Like, look at this. You used all your ammo and now you have one bullet left. You're basically limiting yourself to just your green pistol. So if you were to take that fight with that other guy, the other guy that was like over here, if he came out with his guns, you would have what? Like, look at this. You'd have one bullet in your AR, right? And you would have 34 bullets in your pistol with maybe 300 mats. Can you kill that guy who's fully stacked with only a green pistol? That's what we're saying, right? So you got to be a little conscious about what you do. Your early game decisions really matter because, it can ultimately make the game. So we're going to keep on going. Cool. So you loot up, right? We're going to skip a little bit more. I'm assuming you're going to just stay here till you get some good loot, right? So at this point, you're rotating to zone. I like how you're looking around, being wary, but it seems like you're unsure on which route to go. So that's fine. I mean, you can kind of be like not so sure which route you want to go into Storm. But the thing I most advise for players to do is to plan your rotates ahead of time so that you're not wasting time like this, right? So because look at this. You have 212 seconds to get to zone. You have tons of floppers, so you can take storm damage. But you're kind of just like dilly-dallying. You were looking around, probably looking for a fight. But will you be able to fight that fight if you find somebody? Well, let's take a look. We wasted all our AR ammo early game, right? So we have no AR. That leaves us literally 12 bullets in our shotgun to take the fight. And if it's a long-range engagement, like if they get poke on us first, we won't be able to hit them back. So this is bad. I would not advise you to do this. So just focus on getting to zone first because you have very, very little AR ammo. Let's check Jacob Williams, thank you so much. Ronan WTF. Sparrow Season, I think I said hi to you already. Spammers, yeah, thank you guys so much for joining the stream. I really appreciate it. And we're going to get to all you guys very shortly, hopefully. So we're going to keep on going. So remember, focus prioritizing on getting to zone, especially if you have pretty scuffed loot like this, right? I'd say a green burst, blue tack. It's pretty scuffed, especially if you have one bullet in your AR. Okay, so you're going to get the chest. Nice. More minis and a shotgun. You didn't really need that. So that's not so lucky. You're taking a look at your rotate, Pat. So you have a minute 24. What you should be doing now is focusing on getting, some better loot. Because this AR is not going to cut it with 11 bullets. Right? You have 500 wood, max wood, 200 brick, no metal. If I were you, I would avoid this whole entire area and just go straight to that bridge. Why would I do that? Because that's the best chance you're going to have to get better loot, right? Because you have plenty of wood. You can get brick from, on your way there. The metal from the cars, I mean, I guess so, but you can also get metal from the bridge. And it is more risky, I think, to go straight to the bridge because there is sometimes players there. But, at this point of the game, you really need to get something better. Like 11 bullets in your AR is just asking for you to get punished. So here we are. You see a player? Okay, what are you going to do? If I were you and... Okay, you see two players. Do you see that? We're going to go back a little bit. So we see that one player there. And then we see this guy right here jumping. Okay, if I were you, this is what I'd do. I would run the heck away. Okay? I wouldn't sit in this bush. This is literally a death trap. The guy running past you will hear it or see it. You're dead. Because look at your loot, right? You have tons of heals, tons of mats, but hardly any AR ammo, and you have attack. Attacks are good if you want to take like those closer range engagements, but it kind of depends. You won't be able to get any damage before the fight starts. You could potentially wait for them to start fighting in third party. So let's wait to see what you do. But yeah, see, this guy's not backing off, okay? You just used all your ammo basically on this guy. It's a good thing that he didn't see you. So that was good. Oh, okay, let's back up now, okay? So we're going to watch what happens here. So remember before, my first suggestion here was just to run away. You don't want to take this fight with hardly any AR ammo. So let's see why. Okay, good burst. Oh yeah, that's bad. What are you doing here? What did you do wrong here? Okay, so you started jumping, and when you start jumping, right, you're jumping, you lose forward momentum, so you actually become slower. And number two, you didn't even hit him, right? You got 0 tags on him, so that was kind of a waste. In exchange for that, you took, most of your shield off. So that's one of the things I also tell my friends when they're playing is I really don't like it when people start jumping and shooting with their shotguns. Like it hurts me. The only time I would suggest you jumping with your shotgun is if you're like 100% out of builds. Like you got nothing. Because number one, jumping throws off your aim. And number two, you make yourself slower. So you're just a target. So this is why you lose so much health. So now you're forced to heal, right? You're probably going to have to back off and heal. If you don't heal here, you're overcommitting to a fight and you're making a big mistake. Okay, so good. I would put a cone above you because the player's above you. But that's fine. You and him are both healing. So this third party, I don't know what he's doing. If I was him, after bursting you for almost all your shield, I would have pushed. But you got lucky, I guess. But I would still be wary about the guy fighting. So remember, you still have time to disengage. You don't need a hard commit. You still have max mats, still tons of heals. Look at the zone. I want you to look at this. Look at it. If we zoom in real quick, this says like you have like a minute 20 seconds to get to zone. And look where it is, right? That zone, I can't really open your map, but that zone is far. I can tell already. Because I've landed at that drop spot so many times, and it's honestly, the zones are awful. So it's probably pretty far. Should you take this fight with 1 minute 20 seconds with 0 AR ammo, and I mean decent mats, decent. I wouldn't say this is very good for mid game. The answer should be no. You shouldn't take this fight, and I'll explain why. This guy, by overcommitting to this fight, right, you're going to be expending all your mats. You're going to be probably using more heals. And if you kill him, that's good, right? You might get a refresh, but you still have to run that distance, which means the high chance of you finding another player is extremely high, right? Another person is going to see you and try to shoot at you, and you're probably going to die. So I would have backed off here, not commit. And see, since he's healing, you have time to run. But okay, you're still spraying, that's fine. Now you're totally out of AR ammo. So you have no pressure. All you have is your tech. Now you're really in trouble. And now you're going to build battle him, okay? Okay, actually, I want to double back on what I'm saying, okay? I might sound super critical. I might sound like I'm being like a know-it-all or just a mean guy. I'm not trying to do that, guys. I'm trying to critique them properly so that you guys can improve. I'm giving my honest opinions of what I think, and if I'm being hard, I really sincerely apologize, because I'm doing this because I seriously want to help you guys by doing this. So just want to get that clear. I'm not trying to be mean. I just want to be true. Okay, we're gonna skip through. So you're basically wasting time. I'm not even joking. What you're doing right now, you either engage, okay? You either hard engage this guy or you don't at all. You back off. You shouldn't be doing what you're doing, because look what happened. Your 1 minute 30 seconds turned into 15 seconds left. Storm coming in 15 seconds. What are you gonna do? Both of you guys have to run now. And it's too late to disengage, because when you start running, he's gonna chase you. Or when he starts running, you're gonna chase him, and it's gonna end up in a storm fight. And you have floppers, but let's be honest here. You don't want to get into a storm fight to begin with. So here we go. You both are overcommitting to this fight. This guy above you wants to rotate, so he has to wait for you to rotate first, because he knows if he rotates first, you're gonna laser him. Okay, so you finally make a move, right? You finally decided to chop him down. I think you should have done this earlier. Now you should be worried about rotating. You shouldn't be fighting this guy at all. You're both gonna die to storm if you're not careful with this. Okay, so he's forced to jump down, right? He's literally forced to jump down, because if he stays up there and he doesn't have a launch pad, he's just going to eat storm damage and die. So I guess what you did there was fine, but look at your health, right? You have no time to take the minis unless you're going to burn a flopper for that. I don't think it's worth it. So now you have 0 shield. You have much better loot, right? You have good mats. Let's see how you get through this. I'm going to put this back on 2x speed. I still wouldn't advise you taking that fight, though. Any good player, would have turned into a storm fight, and you would have been stuck in storm. So we're going to keep on going. Okay, you actually were a lot closer to the circle than I thought. There's a player in front of you, I think. Oh, that's a sign. Okay, so it looks like you're looking for another fight. I like the aggression. I mean, you definitely have the loot now to take some fights, so we'll see what you can do. And you wanted to know how to react when people start shooting you, right? So I'm going to skip this ahead, and we're going to see. Okay, so you get into another fight. This is the last fight I want to review with you, because for the sake of time, I got to move on. So let's go ahead and see. Hopefully this guy starts shooting at you so I can give you some advice. So you got 1 minute 14 on the clock with 24 players. Okay, that guy made a big mistake. He literally gave away his position by shooting at you, right? So what you should have done here, immediately after you heard that shot, right? You know it's right there. I wouldn't even ramp up. What I would do is just get on top of this ramp, place a floor, and then jump on top of another ramp facing him. So what that would look like is a floor right here, right? And a ramp facing this way, if that makes any sense. And then you would be facing here, and he would be here. So that way you would have height. Because if you go like this, you expand that way, he can see you. And if you try to place a wall here, obviously you can't because of the stupid roof collisions. So that's what I would do. Or I would not even build in this corner to begin with. I would just ramp up where you originally started. Okay, so you scuff your builds a little bit. That's just mechanics. Gotta practice that in creative. But we're gonna keep on going. So now he has height. Not a position you want to be in, right? Because to be honest with you, he gave away his position. He messed up. You should be the one punishing him, not the other way around. So he shouldn't have height. So that's just remember, your mechanics just have to be practiced with time. But that's okay. So you can hear him breaking the tree. That gives you a clue that he's fairly low on wood. Enough to break the tree. Or he's looking for a hard engage. Look at that zone. 52 seconds. So how could we avoided this fight in the beginning? Simple. Farm the cars that are closest to zone, right? Because look at where you were. You were farming the back cars that were closest to you. But that's not what you want to do. Like, these are the cars that you farm. There are cars up here that you could have farmed. And you might say, that's not that much of a difference, right? Well, it really isn't. But there's a player here, right? And because you were back here and he was here, you got into this fight. But if you were back here, you would have never heard that shotgun shot, or you could have made a better decision. You could have been like, okay, I'm farming cars. This guy's coming. Do I engage or do I not? It'll give you that extra time. Plus, you're closer to zone. So you can decide, no, I don't want to engage. I'm going to disengage and go straight to zone. That would be the safe play. Or you could be like, no, I want to fight this guy because I think I can win. And let's take this fight. You'll have the advantage because you're just closer to zone, right? This guy has to come toward you no matter what. He either has to go this way or into the river by agency, but honestly, that's a death trap. So he's probably going to go this way. He's going to come straight toward you, so you have time to make a plan. So that's what I would have done. Just not mind the cars close to you, just mind it far away. That's how you could have avoided this fight to begin with. So now you're taking like another risky zone fight, right? You got 40 seconds on your hand before you have to rotate. And these storms will start ticking for more and more and more. Nice wall place. Okay. You kind of ate that shot. Let me watch that again in half speed. So you ramp up, right? Flip back. Good block. It seems like your builds are kind of sloppy. I don't mean that in like a rude way, but I'm just saying like it seems like you're kind of panicking. Okay, so he's above you. Right? At that point right there, I noticed that he was gone. So what you should have done here, that you're wrapping up. Wait, I went too far. So right here, you cone him off. You block yourself off. Okay, that's bad because now you've given him high ground, and you have to double ramp up, and you're burning more mats. Okay, you try to fake him out with that ramp, but he, you took too much time, so he expected it. I would place a wall right here. If I was you, I would place a wall right here so you can't even flip the ramp. Because I noticed that you're expecting him to flip it. But number one, look at your crosshair placement. Your crosshair is right on my play button. And it's nowhere near him. So you're not going to hit him. Unless you like flick him like crazy. I would just place a wall. So you can't edit you. That's good. See? So you misses the shot. But you look back to floor? Why would you floor this? He's right there, not behind you. So you wasted time here. Like, I don't even know what you're doing. And because of that, he got a free chunk of damage on you. You could have ended this fight by far faster than that. That's okay. So now you're forced to base, right? And you're going to have to heal. And depending on what you do next. Okay, so here he's pressuring you like all good people should. But at this point, you got to question, if you're the aggressor guy, like the guy on top, right? You have to question, is this fight even worth for me to take? Will I even get anything out of this fight? Because how much time do I have on Storm? 9 seconds. Okay. So there's 9 seconds on the clock for me to get to Storm. Do I have enough heals? I have floppers. Cool. That takes care of that problem. Does the guy above me have floppers? If the answer is no, or I don't know, then you have to assume that he's going to all in you. He's going to psycho you because he knows you're low, and it's not guaranteed that this guy even has health, right? So a prolonged storm fight is not what this guy above you is going to want to do. He's going to try to end it super fast. So if you have to be prepared in this situation, I would put a cone in your box, by the way, if I were you. Just so he can't shove a ramp or something silly into your box and yoink your wall and then you're dead. So, okay, you're going for a peanut butter. That's cool. But then again, look at your positioning, right? You're not standing off the right side. You're supposed to be right here, but instead you're right here. What this makes it effectively is a 50-50. So you're going to hit him, but he's going to also hit you because he can see you. To properly do a peanut butter, you need to stand on this most right, like left part, and then jump. And then your head will be right here, and you can shoot him. Cool. So we'll see what happens. You're probably going to take damage, right? Oh, you even missed your shot. Okay. Crosshair placement. Just something to work with. And then you block yourself in. Okay, good block. He dropped down, right? He's actually smart. He's like, oh, heck no. I'm not fighting this anymore. Oh, snap. You cone his launch pad. What a Chad. Oh, no. What are you doing? You're still fighting. No. Oh, jeez. This hurts me. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but this was a bad call by you, okay? What you should have done as soon as you cone that launch pad was see like, oh my gosh, that's a free escape. This is a get out of jail free card. That launch pad could just totally get you out of this fight. So here's the launch pad. You just take it, shoom, out. What can he do? Nothing. He can try to AR spam you, but no, he's not going to because he wants to get out of Storm 2. It takes too much damage. So he's going to have to build out, up, and back onto his launch pad by the time you're already gone. You got a free get out of jail card and you didn't use it. So now you have to take the storm fight. You have to. At this point, there's no escaping it because you're fully committed. And this guy's stuck in the fight with you. So you're going to heavy snipe into his box, right? Oh, it didn't even work. He expected it. Or too high of a ping or something. Good wall. I mean, yeah, at this point, you have to like panic push. You got to super omega W key this guy. He's going, like, both of you guys are both going to take so much damage. And he knows it. Look at him. He's like, I got to get to this launch pad. This is just not a situation you want to be in. It is such a 50-50. Yeah. If you didn't have your floppers and your med kits, you would basically be griefing your game. So yeah, take your opportunities when you can. Evaluate how much time you have in Storm. Don't overcommit to fights, and do your best to rotate to the early zones early. Right, like if you have bad loot and you can't take fights, focus on rotating to those first couple 3 zones fast, like early, and prioritize getting better loot. Don't stay on the edge because you'll end up fighting a zone fight like this if you overcommit. So to answer your question, how to fight when being shot first. Focus on your rotates. That's what I've noticed from your gameplay, at least. Focus on your rotates. You need to get your rotates down. Don't overcommit to fights. Otherwise, you'll end up taking damage first because some guy behind you will see you and shoot you. So, you got to just focus on your rotates. My confidence in fights. Your confidence seems good. If anything, I think you seem overconfident. I can't hear your voice obviously though, so it might be different. Besides your panic building, I think your composure is decent enough that you were able to get this kill. Um, but like everything, confidence comes with practice. So practice, practice, practice. If you have friends that are really good at the game or better than you, that's the best way to practice. Get into a creative game, get into like some scrims with them. You just want to play with better players than you, and they're gonna cream you. They're gonna maul you. You're gonna be beaten up, but that's fine. If you keep on practicing with them, you're gonna improve with them, right? Because they're so good, you're gonna learn something from them. Getting like pounded to the ground, you're going to improve. So that's my advice to you. That's how you're gonna improve. And when you go back to these like 6,000 arena point lobbies, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is so much easier. How come? Well, because all the players that you're playing against are bad compared to the level of skill your friends have been playing with you, right? Because you've been against opponents that are like crazy good. Your opponents in your normal games are gonna seem like small fry because they don't do the same decisions. They're not as fast. They don't punish as much mistakes. That's why. So that's how I would advise you to go about that path. So I'll write that down. For crazy, focus on rotations, utilizing your loot properly. Don't overcommit to. I think that's how you spell commit. Maybe 2 M's. Yeah, 2 M's. Fights. Look at storm timer, and then what was that last thing? Oh yeah, and then actually I forgot your question. I have like short-term memory loss or something. Okay, my confidence. Okay, yeah, practice with better players. So practice with better players to improve. That's my tips for you. Whether or not you do it, that's your choice. But I think you will really start showing a lot of improvement if you can do these things, okay? Cool. Hopefully that will help you. Thank you, Crazy. We're going to go to the next person. We're out of 6 out of 15 individual responses. We got to go fast. Okay, so I don't know what this is. Okay, so you submitted my own coaching form. Okay, I can't help you. Sorry. Mez FNM. Okay, you're in Asia. Can we play together? I'd love to play together, but that is a question for a different time. So thank you so much for contacting me. We're gonna move to the next person. Also, if you guys don't get reviewed like that guy, make sure you fill out the application properly so I can review it in the future, because I won't be able to help you otherwise. Okay, we got a WeTransfer link. Mechanics and nerves. Cool. Let me see this. Another thing with these VODs, I've noticed that if you use a VOD that's too old, I can't review it because for some reason Fortnite has this weird complication with corrupt files. It's 2 replays. Let's try them. All right, 1 second, guys. I'm gonna get it set up. One up, Eco. Are you NA East or NA West? If NA East, do you have a trio? I do not have a trio, and I'm not NA East. I don't want to watch a bot I can't learn anything from. Yo, Eco, keep up the grind. Glow gang. Hey, thank you so much, Glow. I appreciate it, brother. I'm very happy you were able to check out my stream. Yes, Linux. I kind of relearned everything from Eco. That is, be aware of everything around me around mid game. Definitely. I mean, mid game, you gotta be so focused and aware of your surroundings. You're definitely gonna be like, caught off guard if you're not aware of it. So we're gonna keep on looking. Don't have any full gameplay recorded, only clips and montages. Rip. Oh, that's okay, Sparrows. You know what? Montages are good and all, but that's what we're doing, right? VOD reviewing is one of the best ways to learn from your mistakes. If you haven't started already, I definitely advise you to pick it up. I mean, if you can learn 1 to 2 things every single time you review your gameplay, you are going to improve. You really will. Like, you'll be amazed. I was amazed when I first reviewed. I was like, this is baloney. I'm not going to learn anything from this. But it's like, you learn so much. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I made this mistake. How could I be so dumb? And you know what I mean? You kind of just like, you learn. Okay. Cool. We're gonna go to the next one. I'm having problems with your we transfer link OMA Vax. I think it's one of those corrupt files. So sorry about that, but I do see that you have a Twitch. So if you want to in the future, just tag me your like a Twitch video or something like the other guy did, and I'll be able to review it better. Sorry about that. Okay, we're gonna go to the next person. Ego clapped 13. Nice to see you, my guy. Uh, I hope this is not the same doc like the other guy did. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, listen up. If you can't submit replays, that's totally fine. YouTube videos will work. Instagram videos, maybe. I don't know. Twitch videos, MP4s. Okay. If you can somehow record it and send it to me, I'll be able to review it. Just make sure they're longer clips, not montages, please. Please, please, please. Okay, 9. How to aim, how to take fights, my aim playstyle. Cool. Twitch profile. This channel has no videos. Okay. I'd love to help you, my guy. Next time, have your videos enabled because, yeah, I'm not able to look at your gameplay if you don't have videos. Next person. Benji Fishy Cup. Cool. Winning games. Getting to endgame is not a huge problem, but I basically never win games. Cool. And you're playing the Benji Fishy Cup. Nice. We're going to have a good review on this one. Winning games. All right. Now, events. I want to say something about this. Events are really interesting, right? Events are a little more different than scrims, I'd say, because that they have more skill cap, right? People are either more aggressive or more reserved during events. Cash Cups, for instance, people are super aggressive, but maybe World Cup, people are playing like their life is on the line. They're not going to just take random fights. So it's a lot different than scrims, I'd say. So this is definitely something to learn from. Okay, cool. This is an actual replay. We're going to go ahead and open that in a second. Give me 1 second. All right. Think yours was named. There we go. Benji Fishy Cup. We'll go ahead and get that open. So I'm gonna go ahead and prop the document so we can see this stuff. All right, guys. Let's keep the chat positive. Don't flame anybody. Okay, we're trying to keep this and learn together. I appreciate you all coming out here, but if you're gonna be rude to other people, I'm gonna have to mute you in the chat. I don't want to do that though, so let's keep it positive, okay? We're gonna go to this person. Shrapnel on edge. So let's go ahead and see what you got, Shrapnel. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. So you said you were wondering how to win games, right? So you're not having any problems in late game. I do kind of just want to review your gameplay though, just to see if anything interesting happens that I could give you some advice. So we're going to speed this up a little bit, 4 times speed. And we'll see what you do. So early game, you land at this island, cool. You're probably going to go for heavy snipers, no? I'm actually pretty surprised you got henchman base uncontested from the looks of it. A lot of people land here in NA West. Okay, cool. So you get the loot. and you sit in a cone. Cool. Honestly, yeah, you got zone, right? Let me see. One thing I do like about replays compared to like Twitch clips and YouTube videos is you have like full accessibility in the map. So let's see, 66 players left. You have this zone, and okay, honestly, I don't know if this is the right call for you, but in my experience, I would not just sit in a cone on literally the most popular island in the map. You know why? This is a hotspot. Why? Because there's Lazy Lake here, there's Misty Meadows here, you got Slurpy Swamp here, Weeping Woods, Agency, and the circle is right here, okay? What's the one area that people will literally go towards, just naturally rotating to? Right here. Why? Because it's the center of the map. Look at that. You're like quite literally the center of the circle. People are, after they loot their drop spot, they're just going to naturally start gravitating toward the center of the circle, which is where you are. So that's kind of bad. Also, heavy snipers, right? You have the loot, but other people want it too. They don't know if you've been there. They're all gonna, potentially, they could potentially come over there and try to kill you for the loot, or just to see if the henchmen are gone. So I wouldn't sit in a cone if I were you. I'd probably just take my loot and like, oops, that's way too big. Take the loot and rotate outward. Probably not toward Misty unless you're looking for a fight, to be honest. So I would probably plan my rotate toward Lazy, over here maybe. Because you want to be in the center of the circle, but this is terrible because you're surrounded by water. You have no escapes, right? So just something to think about in the future. If you want to be mostly on land, if you can help it, being surrounded by water is not the safest thing. Okay, we're going to go ahead and close the map. Okay, so he's sitting in zone. That's totally, like I said before, I mean, honestly, you're getting so lucky. I don't know why nobody hasn't contested you on this island. Maybe you're a genius, and I'm just wrong. It's very possible, but it seems like no one... Okay, hopefully this guy will come. Like I said before, people naturally gravitate to this island, especially since you're on edge. Okay, good. You did something smart here. I like how you rotated. If you waited any longer, the guys behind you would have fought you right there, and you would have been in a big trouble. So I'm glad you rotated when you did. But let's watch to see how you rotated, to see if we can reduce anything. Okay, so you're taking in your landscape. That's actually one of the things that I didn't really like about your choice to sit in a cone. You have no vision, right? You're not sitting in a box, so you can't see anybody. You can look through the cone, but you're inside a building, so you have like zero vision. How do you know where players are besides listening? Like, yeah, that's kind of bad. So I would advise you to, in the future, consider basing elsewhere, but that's just my opinion. Don't have to listen to me. Another thing is this trash can right here, if I'm not mistaken, is a teleporter, right? So I think it goes to modern. If the player from modern, this blue guy, took that trash can, he could be on your island right now. You would have to fight him right now. Would you be prepared to fight? I don't know. That's a question you have to ask yourself when you base up in an area like this. Are you prepared to take a fight at any moment? If the answer is no, you might want to find a different place to base up. So we're going to keep on going. I notice you're playing extremely safe, and that's totally fine, especially for the Benji Fishy Cup, right? So there's a player to your left. Look at the map again. You're walking toward this guy right here, but they're going to fight each other. These two players. So you heard those gunshots, right? Those are the two players right here. Oh, that's an RPG. So those are the two players right here that are fighting. That's cool. That means you got a free rotate. They're distracted. So I like how you're just ignoring the fight and rotating. That's a very smart decision. So there is one player right there. We're gonna see how you continue to rotate. Getting the mats, nice, nice. I'm gonna put this back on 4 times speed so we can continue on. If I can find my mouse real quick. My mouse has disappeared. Here it is. 4 times speed. Okay, so you farm up. You sit in a box. Okay, I've seen. I guess this is a strategy. I'm not arguing with you. If it works, it works. So you're sitting in a box. This is very similar to the bush strat. Except I think boxes are actually safer. 90% of the time people don't even check boxes. But people do check bushes. So I think boxes are actually super underrated. I mean, if you can get free placement like this, you're balling. Cool, so your next zone comes in, you immediately rotate. Okay, let's watch that again. Because I missed some action. Man, I need to work on my replay skills. Okay, so you're sitting in the box. Chilling. You hop out. We're going to reduce this to 2 times speed. And I think you started rotating immediately after the zone started coming in, which is good. The problem is, like I said before, you were sitting in a box and you don't know where people are. That's bad because now you're rotating blind. The only information you have is looking around, spotting people, or listening to gunshots. There could be a player sneaking up on you, right? There could be a player up on top of this hill, like over this ridge right here, and you wouldn't even know. So are you prepared to fight? And if you do fight, will you be prepared for a third party? Because, you know, these are questions you have to ask yourself. So you see those people fighting. The good thing. Yep. Avoiding the fight. I think you dropped your AR. No SMG for that. Okay. Big shield there, but yeah, you can't get that. Unless you want to risk a fight. Okay, I'm going to 4 times speed this again. Getting that early rotate to zone is very essential for these tournaments. I like what you're doing. Okay, let's pause. Look at the positions of the players, right? We have one player here, 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 and here. You're boxed. You're boxed in, boy. You gotta do something. Otherwise, you're gonna be in a fight. So, what are we gonna do? How can we avoid this? Because you don't know where players are, right? But we see these builds, and we see that player right there. Wait, do we? I'm actually tripping. Let me disable player outlines. Okay, no, you don't see him. My bad. Okay, so you see the fight here that happened. So I think you assume it's safe. And you want to start looking for some mats. Right? But unbeknownst to you, you're actually trapping yourself into a valley. There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. You trapped yourself in a valley. Because you thought it was free to loot. But remember, you're on edge zone. Right here. This is the choke point. If you guys watched my videos about mid to late game, you'll know that I always talk about these choke points, especially rivers and valleys. This is what I mean. You're in a valley right here, buddy. You're in a valley right here. Exactly where you are, and players are all rotating behind you. If you stay here for too long, like you just did, guaranteed people will come, and you do not want to be in a valley when people show up. It will turn into a fiesta really fast. So I'm grateful you didn't die here, because that was a big mistake. Don't stay in valleys, especially if you know the edge of the zone is right there. So yeah, don't go for this brick. I would just go for height. Even though there's a player there, you could just base up on the side of the mountain. You could go even further into zone. Just don't base up right on edge, especially if it's low ground. It's just really bad. Okay, we're going to keep on watching. So there's the player, because we spent too much time right on the edge. And now that we're based up, we're not even in zone. All these players know that we're fighting. They can rotate into us, especially the players behind us. We're in a really bad spot. Okay, it's good that this player didn't engage. He has a brain, thank God. I've seen too many players just W key into your box before and then psycho you. You don't want to do that, especially since, look, this player's looking inward, this guy's looking at you. This blue guy is clueless, but he could turn back and look at you. You could basically be zone held by all these people looking in zone, and the guys behind you. You'll be pinched because they'll be looking in like this, and they'll be going in like this. You're sandwiched. So, like I said before, you don't want to be in this valley. You got really lucky that this guy didn't hard engage on you. So now you're trying to get vision, expand a little bit. Okay, good. You're using the old builds to escape. The problem is you didn't know that that guy left. You didn't know where he was. So you have to play more safe. What you could have done here, I think, was... Watch that again. So, yep, right here. Look through the builds, right? You don't see him. If I turn off player outlines, you don't see him at all. But you heard that RPG, no? So you know it's coming. You have to exit. Good. Use natural cover. Hey, thank you so much. Trophy just subscribed. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate Trophy. Let me actually move this over a little bit so we can see it a little better. There we go. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hey, Miss Fams just subscribed. Thank you guys so much for joining. I'm really glad you guys can come join. So yeah, if you guys haven't filled out the application form, go ahead and do it. It's a link in the description. I'll try to get to every single one of you guys today if I can. Keep on going. So yeah, remember, utilize natural cover. There was also that ramp there that you could have used to keep on going. I don't know why you're staying on this area. Look at how exposed you are. You don't know where he is, right? And there's no protection. Hey, Fleas FN, thank you so much for subscribing. Jeez, you guys are insane. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, so look, you're totally exposed, right? There's no trees, there's no builds, and there's players coming in behind you. What can we do to fix that? Well, remember that ramp that you saw back there? If we go back a little bit, what I would have done, okay, in your shoes, what I would have done is run behind this tree, run behind this ramp, then keep on going up the hill and rotate around the hill. So what would happen, because we know there's players behind us, right? We know there's these players. Go around the tree, go around the hill right here, into the dead side of zone. That's the play. That's the play. Don't contest the guy on height. Don't do that. That's bad. He's not even in zone, by the way. He has to rotate. But using natural cover to get into the dead side of zone. Let me open the map real quick. So if we look at this, right, you're here. Go around the hill. The only chance you have to fight somebody is this guy right here. Because these two guys are fighting each other. These guys are too far to rotate. This guy right here is focusing on rotating. He's going down the hill, by the way. So he's going into here. You have effectively a free rotate right here, and you didn't identify it. Remember, natural cover, very strong. Around the hill, into this little pocket. Hey, thank you so much. You liked this comment. I appreciate it. So this guy, right, he could have gone around the hill, and he would have based up probably like right about here. And that would have been probably pretty good. Now, I don't know, he could have gone into a fight or whatever. But remember, this area is totally free. It's a lot better than being right here at the choke point with everyone looking down at you. This just was not a good area to base up in. Because remember, you got people rotating behind you and people in front of you holding you. It's just not a good time. You want to get out of this position as fast as possible, even if you have to take a fight. It's just because you're just in such a bad spot, you're going to die regardless. So let's keep on watching. So you end up basing up right next to the hill. And let's see, because you're rotating out in the open, right? There's no protection at all. You get shot at from the guys at height. Well, that's totally natural. That's good for them. And I'm glad you start building immediately. But look how many mats you're burning because of that. So that was like, what, 100 mats? Instantly. 100 mats gone. All because you didn't utilize natural cover for free. So now you have to burn all these mats. And you're only going to get like 60, 70 mats if you take these trees. So you are effectively losing your material here. So you see this player right here. This guy, I don't know what he's doing. This is a tournament, no? He shouldn't be exposing himself like that. That's literally asking someone to just heavy snipe him. So that's pretty dumb. But I guess he's trying to look at poke damage on you or something. But regardless, this guy is a bad player. But if this was like a really, really high level of skill arena, this is literally a free kill. If you had a sniper, you could punish him so fast. But unfortunately, you don't, right? Good, you base up. Utilizing the brick, right? Cool. To get the mat refresh on the brick below you. Very smart play. Now the guy on top is pressuring you with an RPG. You're gonna have to build a... Yeah, you're gonna have to burn some more mats to protect yourself. Okay, so you panicked a little bit and you wasted probably an extra mat that you didn't need to. This right here. So that's one wall. And now you're probably expecting him to RPG you again, right? In this spot, what do you want to do? Do you want to stay here? Let me tell you. You don't want to stay here. Why? Because this guy can either keep on spamming you with rockets, and once everyone around you, these guys, figure out that you are getting spammed the heck out with RPGs, they are all going to turn to you like a hungry den of lions and rip you apart. Once one guy starts spraying at you, the whole entire zone will start spraying at you because they know you're weak, they know you're going to run out of mats, and they want that kill. I would immediately disengage, not stay in this 1x1. Just go up that hill, base up elsewhere. You don't want to be in this position. But the guy disengages. He doesn't hard commit, all right? He shoots like 2 rockets at you and realizes that he didn't even tag you, so it's not worth his time. Which is good. You got lucky. But if that guy got a tag on you, if he, overcommitted to the fight and no one punished him for it, you could be in a really bad spot, and you don't want to be in that. So, but you're in a lot better spot than before. You're not in the stupid valley. That valley is a death trap. So we're gonna keep on going. So you're looking through the cone. What you should be doing here, this is free kills. Free kills. Why I like high ground so much, especially natural height, is look at this. Ooh, these guys are free. So free. Like, you can't get any more free than this. This is where you get kills. This is I'm salivating, guys. This is so much points. And I mean, granted, I remember the Benji Fishy Cup, someone told me that like the points for kills wasn't that much. True. But it's kills, still point. And regardless, it's free. You're not going to get punished for taking these kills. What I mean by this is they all have to rotate. They all have to rotate. And they're all going to be trapped right here. Right there. Unless they got a launch pad. All right here. They're going to, like, as soon as one guy bases, this guy's going to engage on him. This guy's going to engage on that fight. He's going to come over here. They're all going to get into one big fiesta. And you're right here in the zone. On height. What can you do? Simplest thing. Look back. Catch him off. Pick him off. Get those kills. Get those eliminations. Get those points. Those are free points. That's what you can do. Let's see if you do it. Are you going to do it? Oh, no. You're not doing it. The free points. No. And there we go. See this green guy who just based up right next to you. Rest in peace. I don't even think you even looked in that general direction until now. Until you heard him build. You were looking at these guys. And that's fine. You can look at them all the time. But these guys are most likely not going to make a mistake compared to these. These are free kills. Free kills. So that's what you got to work on, right? You're playing a little too safe, in my opinion. So now they're fighting. Like I said before, as soon as one guy bases, they fight. Now's the time you should be looking to rotate. While these two guys are fighting, you know you can't get pressured by these guys. They're too occupied. So now you should be looking, okay, can I go down the valley and rotate? Maybe. Are these guys on my left occupied? Are they fighting? If they are, that's a free rotate, right? If not, how else should I be able to rotate? There's probably players on height. So that cuts this area off. I don't want to go up the hill. That's literally, you're going to get beamed. Can I go this way? No. So your only choice here is to wait for a launch pad or rotate now. While they're fighting, you have a free rotate literally right into zone. Just hug the side. If someone shoots at you, you just build a little. Free rotate now. You have to take it. You have to analyze it. You have to realize right now that they're fighting. And you got a free rotate. Do you take it? No. Yes, you do. Good. Okay. I think you spent too much time. Look, the fight's already over. Green guy won. He has to rotate to zone 2. He's behind you. You potentially risk taking damage. You didn't rotate fast enough. But green guy, I think he's looting probably. But you got lucky again. I mean, you got some serious luck. Obviously, that's not going to happen every game, right? Okay, so you see this guy based up. You know there's guys behind you. Where are you going to base up? I think, personally, knowing where you are right here, this is not a bad spot. Right here. Not a bad spot. Because you'll be like right here. The guy's on height. Can't fight you. This guy can pressure you, but he's in wood. I mean, that tells me something, right? He's either a new player or he's in shambles. If you build out a brick, you should be fine. So you can actually pressure this guy back if he overcommits. And you'll be in a much better spot to catch these players out. Look at that. Those are free kills. Like I said before, free kills. They're all rotating in. And they're in the valley. Low ground. You got height if you base up right here. So let's see what you do. Okay. I'm glad you pretty much based up where I said you could. You could have gone a little higher, but you saw that guy building up, so very smart. Good, you built out a brick too. Alright, mate. You got some really good game sense on yourself. I'm glad you're doing this. And you're looking back for those kills. Very good. Will you be able to pick? I think you might be able to. Looking at the scoreboard. Let's see. So snipe. Missed the snipe. I think you have a heavy sniper now. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, from that early game. Sitting here, top of your cone. Cool. Unfortunately, I have zero vision. Because it's replays. Okay, there's a guy next to you. I hear him. Okay. Were you able to catch anyone off? No. But, are you alive? Yes. So, I guess that's a win. But look at the green guy, no? Remember that guy who got pressured? I mean, who was in that fight before? This is the same guy. Obviously, you don't know that. But, if we watch that replay again, this yellow guy, who bases up literally right next to you, you were prioritizing this side, yellow guy comes up right behind you, and like, sits in your face. I'm not even joking, look at this. He just totally disrespects you, and bases up right next to you. Look at that. Just so free. So free. So, that's the thing. You gotta be super, super aware of your surroundings. Try to poke people. I mean, I didn't see you make a single edit and try to even, besides that one snipe, I didn't see you use your AR at all. I don't even know if you have an AR. And if you don't have an AR, you need to have one. Just because these are some really free kills. And remember, if you can get these people to all aggro like 1 or 2 people on the edge of zone, those are like 2 or 3 people out of the game, which means could be placement, and you could get the kills too. So just make sure you're using your AR, especially for storm tags, right? Now would be a great time to get some. If storm surge is a thing in this game, might be. We'll see. I don't actually think there's going to be storm surge, but so now we can see that the high ground players, they're either fighting or they're rotating. What are you going to do? You have to make a decision. Cool. You're going to rotate. Nice. You saw the launch pad, but you're going to go get the brick. Okay. Obviously, the only reason why you'd go for this brick is because you know that there's no one else around that can contest you, right? There is only one guy behind you, which is the yellow guy. Cool. So you can get the brick for free. Good that we analyzed that. Otherwise, I wouldn't go for this. Now, here's the question. Should we high pad or low pad? Look where you are, right? Look how high you are. Remember there's people on high ground? And there's people in zone? If you high pad in this situation, how high can you go? You don't know. But is there any natural cover to protect you? No. One tree. That's all your cover. So if these people weren't preoccupied on whatever the heck is going on down here, right? These guys could laser you out of the air. You'd be toast. There you go. That's your damage. So you should have low padded. What I mean by that, you just place a wall and then a ramp on top of that, and you'll go much lower. And you could have based up probably like right on top of this guy. That wooden 1x1 or right next to him. Regardless, you would have been in a much better spot. Let's keep on watching. Or, you might not even have taken that damage because you'd be going super low. You'd probably end up like right here. Like a lot lower. You wouldn't have to be gliding so much. Nice. So you're literally like in center zone. So if you're not careful here, obviously this is where you can get picked off. Glad you built with brick. Yes, if you guys don't know already, brick is probably one of the best materials you can base up in scrims. Metal, number one, is the best if you like have time to base up before everyone rotating, because it has the most health, right? Brick is second best. I would always use brick for everything you do in scrims if you're going to base up, especially in these critical endgames, because it builds faster so people can't see you as much, and it has a lot more health than wood. Obviously, if you build in wood, you're literally asking for the whole entire lobby to just spray you out. Alright, this is the time to get kills. This is the time. It's endgame. It's time to pop off. Oh, nice! You catch him off, right? You see the guy gliding. Nice, you get the kill. That's sick. Unfortunately, you don't reset the wall, right? So you catch aggro from this guy. But that's fine. I don't think you take any damage. He maybe wasted too much mats here. But I'm guessing you want to stay in your base a little longer, so that's understandable. Yeah. No, I mean, I guess it's fine. But now you're out of brick, by the way, because I noticed you built metal. Because you used that there. You also have to decide whether or not it's worth building that extra thing. You get another pick here in a few seconds. Okay, you're still looking. You're still looking. You're about to get a pick in a second. You hear him on low ground. You heard the footsteps, right? There we go. Okay, here we go. Hard engage. You know this is your ramp. You just took the wall. There's two people in there. What the heck? Oh, they're 50-50ing, right? You know this guy's going to be weak, okay? Nice. You yoink the wall. We'll edit. No! No! I do this all the time, okay? I don't blame you. This is like the most common edit. But why is this bad? If he didn't have his blueprints out and he had a shotgun, boink. 50-50, right? Should have edited a window and used right hand peek. But he doesn't have his shotgun out, so that's good. You're able to hard engage. But you overcommit to the fight. What I would have done, okay, if you're going to make this edit and you catch him off guard like that, you have to hit him for the pump shot, then immediately back off and reset the wall. Because you had the wall right there. You reset it so he shoots your wall instead of you. And then you can go for the AR spam or another edit for a shotgun to finish him off. Otherwise, look at the damage you just took. 100. Right? So it was effectively a 50-50 because you made that one bad edit. Yeah, like I said before, edit the window. So imagine this is the wall. Right? You got your checkerboard tiles like this. You want to edit this one. And then here's your ramp right here. You edit this one. Here's your character. You peek right here. You shoot him, you duck out immediately, like doom doom. Or you peek in, you shoot him, and then you reset the wall. That's all. That's what pro players like Clicks do all the time, and it's really effective because you don't give yourself away like this. 50-50. Okay, so now you're down to 140 health. You had those minis. Remember, you picked up those minis. I would pop one right now. 10 health might not seem like a lot, but in these end games, you're not gonna have time to pop minis in most situations. You just won't. So all health you can get is needed. Okay, what are you doing right now? You're trying to launch pad, but you're out in the open. I mean, let's go ahead and go to drone, right? Drone free. Oh, oops. Let's go back a little bit. If we go to drone free, and we're going to back up a little bit. So here we are. Here's you, right? You're going up to launch pad. Let's go ahead and take an aerial view, shall we? Let's take an aerial view. Let's go super fast. Okay, so we got an aerial view, and we're going to turn on player markers on. So this actually looks really terrible. But look, we got how many people here? You are right here. Right? This is you. How many people are looking at you? You got high ground, 1. You got this guy, 2. You got... Okay, maybe this guy's... I don't... What is he doing? Oh, he's looking at this guy. Okay, so you got 2 people looking at you effectively. And you had 0 vision before. Why would you just build out? Especially since you're in the middle of the zone. Look at that. Middle of the zone. So that's not exactly a smart play. You want to build more, obviously, but especially if you're in the middle of the zone, you need to be more conscious before you just go launch padding. Just make sure you're aware of your surroundings, and definitely do it in a base if you can. Don't do it out in the open. Yeah, you're gonna take. Okay, I guess not. Yeah, this guy's just bad. He didn't hit you at all, but that was honestly free damage on you. Cool. That's a really good spot to base up on. I love basing up on older builds. Okay, you're going to keep on expanding into zone. That's very good. I put a cone. Did you put a cone? I don't know. Alright. You're going to start looking for picks, no? So you see the guy below you? But look at this! What is this? The guy's getting shot out. Free kills! Remember what I said before? Don't focus on the guys below you that are already in zone. I mean, sure, those can be kills sometimes, but you're ignoring the bigger picture. There's so much going on around you. All these people have to rotate into zone, and you're one of the first ones in there. You got to hold them, man. You got to get those kills. You got to get those kills. You're giving away free points. So yeah, you missed out on that kill because you were a little too slow. You're looking at the guy below you. Okay, this is fine. But remember that house with all those builds? Immediately, as soon as you saw that there was no one there, you should have looked behind you and see if there's other people in the opposite direction. So you're looking in this direction. Right? You need to look in this direction next. As soon as you see that this area has no people, look to this direction to see if you can hold anybody. Before you look down to these people below you. Because these people below you, they're going to stay here. They're not going to move. They're already in zone. They're fine. You can go after these guys anytime you want. But the players rotating into zone are only going to be there temporarily. They're either going to die or they're going to make it into zone. So you need to make proactive decisions. These guys will happen later. Right? Ah, he gets RPG'd too. Nice. Alright, so you're looking too far ahead. No one's in front, remember? Nobody's in front. Everyone's behind. Look at that. You're looking where nobody is. Nobody's there. So keep that in mind. Most people won't rotate early in late zones like these. So now you have to rotate with everyone else, and you're burning through your mats. Ah! That was painful. I'm sorry. Okay, let's watch again. You kind of just like... I'm sorry. That's just... This is why we're VOD reviewing, right? Because we can analyze our mistake. I'm sure you were like pained by this too, because you seem like a very smart player. I don't think you would make these type of decisions very often. Look, you see these players, right? You debate whether or not you should shoot at them. You're like, should I? Should I not? Maybe. But because you're debating, you forget there's players rotating behind you, and this is a hill. So the guy behind you shoots you, right? And you take too long to shoot, so you don't have your builds out. If you get caught because of the stupid floor piece bugs, I mean, nothing much you can do there, but you're not looking high enough, right? So you're not able to build on top of you. If this guy had better aim, you'd be dead. I'm not even joking. You'd be dead. 66 HP. So, okay, in this situation, what should you do? Guy spamming you on top, but you're on your own layer. But you're building out of metal. What I would do personally is drop down. This might sound dumb, but that guy below you, you just heard the footsteps. He just touched low ground, right? He just landed on low ground. You can go ahead and go down at least one more layer. And that means this guy doesn't even know you're gone. You might be able to have time to get heals off or whatever. I would not heal in this base, because if he knew you were so low, he would have fully committed and just sprayed you out right here. So again, luck, right? So good. You didn't edit down, actually. That was a bad call by me. Sorry. I thought the guy was a little bit lower than that. So yeah, actually, if you edited down, you might have died. I guess that's fine. Maybe build a ramp behind you instead when you're healing though, just in case, because you don't want them to sneak an RPG shot or something, right? But that's just nitpicking. I mean, it's gonna happen, right? You're gonna take damage. I could say, oh, you could tunnel better, you could do whatever, but that's actually one of the reasons why I was thinking about dropping down low ground, is you don't want to be the guy sandwiched. There's people on low ground, right? So here's you. There's people on high ground shooting down at you, and there's people at low ground shooting up at you. So you're sandwiched. They're gonna shoot you out. These guys are gonna spray you out. You're not gonna have a good time. So never try to be sandwiched. You can help it. Hopefully you start expanding here. No, where's the tunneling? You're looking for a fight too much. You're too low. You don't want to take fights. What are you doing? No, don't take fights. Okay, good. Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. You didn't focus on just completely tunneling into zone. You kind of like lingered around and looked for fights. But you shouldn't be looking for fights if you're this low. You had like what, 100 effective HP? A little bit less? You don't even know how much health they have. And considering that they were on high ground, probably like 200. It's safe to assume that everyone has 200 in late game, because you just won't make bad plays like this. So now you have like hardly any health. You need to pop heals. And there's a guy on low ground and a guy on high ground. You're probably going to get chopped out. Oh, there's the grappler player. He's coming in for you. Better be careful. Oh, pop those heals now. Don't wait. Pop him. Pop the minis. Pop the floppers. Do something. Maybe you're out of heals. You're probably out of heals. Yeah, he would have healed by now. Okay. Zone. Analyze zone. Don't take fights. Remember, no health. Do you have mats? Ask yourself, do I have enough mats to make it to the next zone? If the answer is yes, I have like 300 mats. Don't take fights. Look at the zone. Rotate. Let them fight. Stay on low ground. Drop down to ultimate low. Use your as little mass as possible. Don't take aggro. Just be like a mouse. Be silent. Make sure they don't see you. Get to zone. Play for placement. Don't do what you're doing. If you have 0 mats or like less than 100, okay, maybe you can start doing this stuff. Only though if you have 100 less mats. If you don't think it's possible for you to make it to the next zone, you do this. Otherwise, it's going to go bad. Because you can't guarantee a kill here. You're either going to get kills or you're going to get killed. Hey, so player behind you shoots at you. What do? Quick. Think. Build. Right? Build a wall. Right here. No! You didn't build the wall. You didn't block him. You took the air shot. Unfortunate. Okay, so you hit him though. You hit him. He hits you though with the shotgun. Oh, 23 HP. Switch to your AR. Now it's a 50-50. Who's going to win? The guy with more health. Right? The guy with more health is going to win. Oof. And he gets hit by the RPG. Top 3. So what could we have done differently? Well, first of all, remember that free launch pad that I said before? You took it normally. If you did a low pad, you would have been in a different position, right? You wouldn't have, possibly you might have missed out on a kill. But remember how I said before, if you look back and catch those guys rotating, so remember this is the circle, here's the ultimate circle. People are rotating in like this, right? There's all these specs are people rotating, and you're here on like a hill. You can catch this guy out, you can catch this guy out. You got all these opportunities to go for picks. So that one kill shouldn't even matter. And then, I don't know, you're just playing extremely safe. You never really went for fights, and when you went for a fight, you were like debating about it. Like, remember that guy down below? How you kind of waited a little bit before you shot him, and because of that, the guy on high ground sprayed you out? Like 2 seconds ago. You gotta be proactive. You have to either make the decision or don't make it at all. Okay? You need to be confident in your decisions. If you're gonna do something, 100% do it. 100% commit to it. Don't just be like, oh, I'm gonna maybe shoot at him. Maybe not. Let me like shoot at him, but then let me not. Don't do that. You need to fully commit or not commit at all. Otherwise, this happens because you were debating. You're like, should I fight? Should I not? I don't know. Maybe not. Don't be a pansy. Be 100% or not at all. So that's what I'm telling you to help you improve your game. In terms of winning, you had a heavy sniper. I think you used it once. You got to use your stuff, man. And positioning. Your positioning was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, you probably didn't know that the guy on high ground had a rocket launcher. I mean, that's unfortunate. You both would have died regardless. But manage your mats, positioning, and if you notice you're getting low on mats, it's time for an impact frag. It means you're not doing enough. So that's what I got to tell you. Hopefully you'll do good. I liked watching your gameplay. I think you're a very smart and intelligent player. I just think that you're not utilizing your strengths and weaknesses enough. So if you think that your mechanics are lacking, maybe practice them a little bit more. Play some zone wars. Get a feel for the game a little better. And then try being a little more aggressive sometimes. If you want to be aggressive, that's fine. If you don't want to be aggressive, that's also fine. But you just need a hard commit to one or the other. And if you're not going to be aggressive, just let yourself know that the chances of you winning are pretty low, okay? I'm just going to tell you straight up. If you play passive the whole entire game, you 100% commit to being passive, the highest you're probably going to go is second place. And why? Because the guy on high ground is going to be the most aggressive player, probably. The guy passive is going to burn through all his mats, while the aggressive guy gets impact frag after impact frag after impact frag. And he's going to have way more mats, way more health and shields, way better loot than you. So the odds of him winning is much higher. But, the other flip side is this guy is not going to be as consistent. He's not going to get 10 kills every game. He might get 2 and die. While you are always going to make it to second place. You don't have to win games to win tournaments. You just need to be consistent. So either 100% or not at all. That's what I want to tell you, okay? So, I'm going to, switch back to the view. If I can. Cool. Let me check on chat real quick. We got one Jacos. Thank you so much for joining. How to rotate an endgame. Why are only a few people chatting? Hey, 29 people though. Thank you guys so much for checking out the stream. I really, really appreciate it. Play Dead Side of Zone. Yes, Dead Side of Zone is so powerful, guys. You make sure you utilize it in your games. If you don't know what Dead Side of Zone is, here, let me draw a decal for you guys. If I can switch back to the thing. Hey, thank you so much for subscribing. It's Barks. Hey, I really appreciate it, man. Thank you. So we got like a circle, right? Oh, that's huge. Okay, whatever. We got a circle. And we got like a smaller circle. This is the big circle, right? This is the smaller circle. Dead Side of Zone is going to be the one where the least amount of players are going to. So if you look at this, okay, this is actually a really bad circle. So that's still bad. Okay, we'll just say this. There we go. What is the Dead Side of Zone? We know that this area right here is going to be the most contested. Why? Because look how much space is here, right? We got like, oops. We got like so much people going inward toward these areas. But how many people are here going to rotate? Maybe this player, and maybe like 1 or 2 people that are already there, right? But if you're one of these guys over here, what you should be thinking is like, oh man, if I rotate here, I'm going to like die. Right? There's a good chance I'm going to get stuck here somehow. And the players here, depending on the location of like if there's mountains or whatever, they're going to look inward and like shoot you and kill you. So you should be thinking to yourself, what can I do? Well, say you have a zone like this, right? And you're a player here and you want to get inside the zone. Instead of just rotating like this, you should rotate to the side. So if you have a launch pad, that's perfect. Actually, launch pad is great. You can totally bypass this whole entire choke point and just go straight over like that into the zone. Or you can even just use it, like just straight up walk all the way on the edge. I've seen Mr. Savage do this in some tournaments, and it really works out for him. He just plays the edge like this. Because nobody's on here. Nobody's over here. They're all focusing on rotating here. All the players are right here. No one's on the edge. So that gives him a free rotate. He just walks in with Storm, plops right here. But now he's here. Everyone's fighting right here. He can just look in and gets picks, right? You just get tons of picks. It's free points. Dead Side of Zone is so strong, and you guys should be using it if you don't already. I mean, obviously, you can't always pick and choose. You're just gonna have bad rotates, and that's fine. But on the games you can, you should be trying to do that. So we're gonna go back to this. I'm South Africa. I'm South African. I play on 140 lowest. How do I play on high ping in this meta? Man, dude, that's actually a really good question. So in this meta, right? I'd say this meta is very strong for people with low ping. High ping, you're always going to be at a disadvantage, but more so in this season. So what I would suggest for you is learn how to rotate. You don't need to be mechanically gifted. You don't need to have the greatest aim or whatever. Just know how to rotate. Like I said before, a dead side of zone. If you can analyze dead side of zone before other players do and utilize it, if you can master rotations and avoid fights completely, and you can consistently make it to like top 5, it doesn't matter if you get 30 kills. It doesn't matter if you get 0 kills. You're getting more points than that guy who got 2 kills off spawn because he said, I'm going to W key. Right? You're just going to get more points because you're very consistent. Do you have a delay? As far as I'm concerned, I don't think I have a delay, but there might be like a slight delay. Yeah, it's like YouTube side probably. Um, but I put it on as low as possible, so we'll see. In fights though. Okay, so here's my advice. If you can avoid a fight, do it. If you watch the first guy that I reviewed, he took fights when he shouldn't. He was fighting his zone. So you want to learn how to rotate first, so you don't have to take those fights to begin with. But obviously, if you get into a fight and you can't disengage, you're gonna have to fight it out. So here's some advice when you're on high ping: play unpredictable angles, because you're gonna lose the wall replace 100% of the time. You need to play unpredictable angles before they even like get into the fight. You need to like spam them out with AR, get them low so they even like question whether or not it's worth to fight you, and try to disengage. If you can't shoot them, right? If you can't get them low to begin with, you need to play unpredictable angles. Be the place where they don't think you're gonna be. It's gonna be hard. I mean, it's hard to explain what I mean, but like for instance, if you're in your 1x1 and someone's trying to wall replace you, they expect you to be in your 1x1. Edit out. Do it fast. Expand. Constantly keep them on their toes. And then as soon as they go for something predictable, like they break your wall and you're not there, you punish them. You shoot them in the face. You get them low. But don't be reactive. You need to expect them to immediately build or shoot you back. So you need to be prepared. You need to build. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. You need to be really proactive. It's tough, really tough. You're at a disadvantage, but you got to take advantage of your situation, right? That's the only way you're going to improve. So that's how I advise you to go around that. Also, aim. Use attack, right? Use attack, use an SMG, but most of all, practice your aim. If you can't hit your shots, you're even more at a disadvantage. So definitely, take care of your aim first. Cool. So we're going to move on. SYSS, thank you so much for joining the chat. Doodle, Gus Bus 321, Zizo, XV Exotic. Thank you guys so much for checking out the stream. I really, really appreciate it. We're going to move on to the next person. So Shrapnel Edge, focus on rotating. Focus on rotating. Fully commit to a fight. Oh, I misspelled it again. Commit to a fight. Or not at all. And then what else? Yeah. Look back, storm, and get those picks. Cool. I mean, very, very good player. Shrapnel on edge. Cool. We're gonna go to the next player. Fortnite tracker. Oh man. Okay. I'll see what I can do with this. It's not a replay, so I can't critique your gameplay. Play styles, mistakes, specific timestamps, events. What do you want to improve on? Being safer in any game. Safer in endgame. What I did wrong in my duo event win. So I'm assuming you're talking about this one. Seems like you guys are pretty consistent. 30th place is like mid game. Second place is late game, late game, late game, late game, late game. So you guys are very consistent. That's good. Seems like you guys are actually very safe. Look at that, 20 eliminations. So like I said before, in duos is a little more difficult because you can get res, so you're not fully going to get more eliminations. But always look back when you're rotating early to catch those picks. Like I said before, it doesn't matter if it's solos, if it's duos, you can still catch picks on people that are just rotating badly. So unfortunately, I don't have your replay to help you though. So if you can submit that form again with some type of video, I'll be able to help you with that. So we're gonna move on to the next person. Let's see what this is. YouTube video. Hey, thank you so much for subscribing. Who was that? Ben Dover. Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate it, man. You gotta warm up. But like you people say, it's lame. But you want to get better. Yeah, you gotta warm up, guys. Before you go into scrims, make sure you warm up beforehand. It's really bad if you don't. Thoughts on trios? I think trios is a pretty good idea. I think it's fun and it's a good change of pace. So I'm excited to see how the best of the best will compete. So really fun. Half an hour is a pretty good amount to warm up sparrows. Definitely. Okay, let's see this guy. Mostly everything if you can. Everything. So this is for Shays FN. Okay, guys, this is going to be my last VOD review for today. This last player. If you didn't get reviewed already, I'm really sorry, but I'll be able to go back and do another review probably later. I'll make sure to follow me on Instagram. I'll give you guys notifications on when the next stream will be happening. I definitely want to do more of these. So unfortunately, I spent too much time on the first couple, so I'm unable to go through all of them. But this is really good because I'm able to help as many people as I can. So remember, YouTube videos are the best in my opinion. Replays are also great, but make sure they're up to date because if I can't view them, I won't be able to view them. So make sure they're of the latest patch. And yeah, remember every single Tuesday, I believe, there's a new update. So that's when the replays go corrupt. So just send me over it before then. So let's get started. Hybrid player, very nice. I'm gonna put on 2x speed. So you're in Craggy, very cool. I'm gonna assume that you're going to. I'm gonna skip for the sake of time. So you're uncontested, nice. Craggy's great if you're uncontested. That's so much loot for free. Visualize sound effects, cool. All right. Seems like you know the place very well. And you immediately start rotating, cool. Wait a minute, what? Is this a different game? How did you get over there? This looks like a different game. What? Oh, you swim. Why did you do that? I'm trying to figure out why you did that. Did you get anything out of that? The whole entire... No, it's already looted. Right. So, first critique. Why the heck did you do that? Um, that's kind of like kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little painful to see that because you had the whole entire spot, as far as I know, uncontested. You could have just spent more time looting, and it's in zone 2. I wouldn't have lost. I wouldn't have left that drop spot to go to a new area that you don't even know if it's been looted or not. You're basically wasting your time. So just stick to the place that you know where you can get loot from. Yeah, your area was still there in zone. So I don't know. Maybe you have some 200 IQ strategy though. Like you think Craggy is gonna be super contested or something. You just smart Craggy again. Okay. Let's keep on watching. So you're wasting a lot of time right now doing nothing. Like what are you doing? You're just running around, jumping around. Like, well, what are you doing? You're wasting time. You could be using this time to get more mats. You've been looking better weapons, right? Like you're doing nothing with this time. So you need to be really efficient with your time. You don't want to be wasting all this precious time just to do nothing with it. Because this is precious seconds you can be using to do something, getting kills, getting better loot. You know, you're just effectively wasting your time. So you need to be careful with that, okay? Who subscribed? Someone just subscribed. Uh, hey, that's crazy. I just watched my part and it was really helpful. Hey, that's so great to hear. I'm so glad I was able to help you, man. You had some very good gameplay. I'm glad you were able to learn something from it. I don't know who just subscribed, but thank you, whoever just did. I really appreciate it. I'll try to be more on top of that. I'll definitely thank you after I will go through this replay. So you're still going. Okay, so you see this player. What are you doing, brother? You're still just like wandering. Are you looking for a fight? Are you looting? Like, give me some info, man. Wait, what are you doing? Jeez. Okay, so you see this player. You're at the boat. Okay, you need to make the decision. Are you gonna fight or are you gonna disengage? Look at your loot. Tell me. Are you gonna fight or are you gonna disengage? Well, we got a tac, we got an AR, minis, and med kit. Can we fight? Let's look at our mats. Look at our health. Yes, I'd say yes we can. Are you gonna fight? Well, is that a gun? No, that's your pickaxe. So you're not gonna fight. That's what you're telling me. If you're gonna fight, you need to fight. Like I said before, you need 100% commit or not at all. If you're not at all, you need 100% not commit. So you should be running right now because you have your pickaxe out. You're not fighting. You should be running the heck up the hill. You should just not take this fight at all. Otherwise, you're going to get beamed, right? You're just waiting for the player to. Cool. Totally. Awesome. Glad you disengaged. So this player's there. Risky. I wouldn't do this if I was you. Why? Because there's that player behind you on that boat. And there's also this guy right here who can shoot you. I wouldn't go for this medal. And look at your medal. 438. It's actually pretty good. What should you do instead? If I was you and I saw this guy based up right here, I'd question. I'd be like, why am I even here in the first place? I should just go like this. Because the player's here. I just go around him. Simple. Done. No engagement needed. And I can get metal from Craggy or whatever. Or I can just base up. But going for this, well, you know there's players around you that are looking to kill you. It's just asking to be shot. So these players are actually pretty... oh, actually, never mind. I think you're... Oh, I'm dumb. You have zone rules. That's why you're just aimlessly running around. That's right. You can't fight. Oh, I'm actually 2 IQ. Okay, sorry about that. No, you're totally fine then going for this truck. But in most games, yeah, you would never want to go for this. So, yeah. Normal zone, normal scrims, you're going to want to go ahead and base up in the middle of the zone. Perfect spot because you got the brick to refresh. If I was you, I'd make an even bigger base. You got plenty of mats. You saw all that stone? That's like, what, 300? 300 stone max? You could super expand, make like a 4x4 or something, or build super high. Hopefully you do that. I would like super expand. Don't sit in just a 1x1. Give yourself as much breathing room as you can. Because once the fighting starts, you know, you won't be able to get out. So I'm going to go ahead and keep on going. Oh, you're in wood. How did that happen? Okay, so you're expanding, right? And then you see the tree, and I'm guessing you're like, okay, I can get the refresh from the tree. Yeah, that's fine. Still think that would have been better to do with brick because you had the brick below to refresh. And I just personally don't like sitting in wood. Like I said before, you're literally asking people to spray you. It's like, please, please, please just spray me. Because wood is so weak. So I would never, ever sit in a base made out of wood if I can help it. So what are you going to do? Looks like you're just refreshing on your mats right now, waiting for the zones to start. You're in a decent spot. I wouldn't say it's the best that you could be. The brick refresh was nice, but I would still go for the natural height like that guy on the hill because right now you're like totally center zone and you have no launch pad, so you're kind of stuck there. You really are. You're just kind of isolated. So either you're going to get a pick here or you're going to get picked. You have to wait for someone to use a launch pad, otherwise your rotates are going to be terrible. So here we go. Fighting starts. There we go. There's the spam because you're in wood. And never ever just sit on an edit looking at people, right? You want to look through the cone right here and build with bricks. People can't see you. Look through the cone so you don't get spammed like this. So now you're looking, waiting for somebody to overextend or peak. I don't think it's gonna happen. So at this point, you're just kind of like waiting for the next zone. I guess you could spray at that guy, but you're building with wood still. Not a good idea. I'm telling you, building with wood is still one of the worst things you can do because everyone will just focus you, guaranteed. Cool. You get next zone. You need to expand, and you're building with metal. You're saving your brick. Okay. I mean that's fine. You can save your brick. It's actually good. Hey, thank you so much for subscribing. Who was that? Uh, hey, bend over. Didn't you just subscribe? I don't know. Anyway, this guy right here is saving his brick for whatever reason. I don't know. Using his metal though. That's good because he knows he has time to let the metal build. So I like that. Unfortunately, I think he overextended and got caught with a 10 HP. But, you know, it's the price you pay. I would still, that wood, man, you got to replace that wood. Because one RPG, the whole entire base just crumbles. Okay, so somebody connected to you, so you're actually pretty good. Hey, who subscribed? Thank you so much, Mike. Mike Kualalong. Thank you so much for subscribing. Really, really appreciate it, man. We're gonna keep on going. Okay, so you. No way, dude! You yoinked the dudes and middies. Oh my gosh! No way. He's so mad. What a play, dude! You're amazing. That's a Chad move right there. You just yoinked his minis. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was risky though. I will say that was pretty risky. If you know, even if it wasn't that guy down below, other people are looking in on you, right? They could have shot you. So still kind of risky, but I respect the hustle. Definitely worth the minis in my opinion. Cool. So now you got like what 8 minis, right? Because most of the time people have at least 2 minis on them, so you can take 50 damage. You got enough minis to recover, so you should probably be going for more aggressive plays now, right? Because you can't hold unless you're gonna drop your fishing rod, which honestly I would, but let's see what you do. Now you should be looking for picks, right? You should be looking for more aggressive plays on people, spraying them out, doing something because you got the minis. You're just staring at this guy. He's not gonna do anything, dude. He's not. He's in brick. He's safe. He's not gonna make any peaks. He's fine. You should be looking behind you. Once you realize that these people are not gonna do anything, you need to look to other angles. Catch the people rotating, man. This guy's going for height. He's still got that mini. You're looking back at the same angle. Zone's going back though. You got lucky, dude. You got all 3 zones. Hey, there we go. A fight. So let's go back. Normal. Building the walls. Nice, nice. Okay, so you see the. Oh my gosh, there's 2 people there. Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh. You got wombo combo, my guy. Wombo combo. Let's look at that. So, 2 times speed. I mean, 0.25 speed, right? So you make the edit. Why would you make the edit? Okay, let's analyze. Let's analyze. Footsteps. You know people are there. You know people are there. Okay. You hear them. You know there's someone behind this wall. Why would you go for a left-hand wide peek and you're not even on protected by your wall? You're like literally right in the open. You're just you're just asking for it, man. I'm not even joking. Don't go for left-hand peeks. Go for right-hand peeks, please, please, please. And you had 0 vision of him, right? So you didn't even know if what the situation was. So I would have edited the top part. So what I would have done, right, is so here we have the wall, unedited, right? Here's your tiles. You are on PC. Hopefully you have scroll wheel reset. I'm really hoping you do, because if you don't, you're literally at a disadvantage. You're putting yourself at a disadvantage. Scroll wheel reset is so strong. So I would make a window edit. You're standing right here, right? Make a window edit here. As soon as you make it, reset the wall. This will make it so that you can see through the middle. You'll be able to see this player right here. Now that you know where he is, you can give yourself good crosshair placement and then potentially go for like a peanut butter edit, right? And if you do it properly, free damage. So let's keep on watching. Because you go for this wide edit, there's 2 people there. Immediately, as soon as you saw those 2 people, you should reset this wall. You are no longer in a position to take this fight. 2 people versus 1. 2v1 is not an option. You don't want to take this fight. Reset it now. Don't go for the shot. Reset it now. 110 him. The guy behind him, I don't even know what he's doing. He just backs off. I think he places a wall. Good. You 110 him. But he hits you back. Why? Because you didn't reset the wall. If you're going to go for the shot, remember, you got to fully commit. You shoot him, you keep your crosshair on him. You burn him, man. You hit him again. You get the kill. Or you hit him and you reset the wall so he doesn't, 50-50 you. This is a 50-50. Look at that crosshair placement. Oh my gosh. Not even on him. Oh, look at that. You're aiming at the cone. You're aiming at the cone. Look at it. Yeah. You're going to shoot the cone. He's right here. Okay. We need to work on that, okay? Also, movement. You have this cone. The whole entire cone is yours. You can edit the cone. You can reset the wall. You can hide behind the cone like by crouching. You use right-hand peek. You got so many options here. And what do you do? What do you do? You do nothing. You just eat his tack shot. You jump. Oh my gosh. I keep on telling all my friends, I keep on telling you guys, don't jump when you shoot. Please don't shoot. Please don't jump when you shoot. You make yourself such a big target. You lose so much momentum. You're literally just don't jump when you shoot. Don't. Unless you have a reason to, don't. Just look at that. This is time you could be using to edit, to make an opportunity. He's literally walking into your builds. This is all yours. All of it. You could escape out your wall. You could edit out your cone. You got so much options, but instead you just kind of 50-50 him and just accept your fate. 45th place, right? So that's what you could have done better there. Otherwise, I would have said that's pretty good, right? You played that well enough. You got really lucky with the zones. To me, you kind of just gave up a free game. I'm not going to lie. You could have gone like top 5. Maybe top 10, probably top 10, because the fishing rod, honestly, I don't know what you were doing with the fishing rod, but you got kind of lucky with the mini yoink, but you didn't do anything with it, right? You got a 50 health lead, but you didn't do anything with it. You could have been aggressive. But so those minis went to waste ultimately. So crossing replacement, utilizing your builds, and this will all come with time. Maybe you were nervous. That's fine. But as soon as you saw those 2 people, back off. It's no longer time to fight. You got over your head too much. So play Zone Wars. I think Zone Wars with good players is one of the best things you can do to help improve yourself. All right. I would go over more of your gameplay. However, for the sake of time, I'm just going to end it here. So I might do more of it later. I'm just going to write your name down. So if I choose to review your gameplay more, I'll be able to go back and do that. So yeah, guys, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Scrimming Essentials, episode 11. Will I be VODing again today? Not today, but probably later. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and also to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm 1UpBeco. Make sure you support your creator code 1UpBeco in the item shop. And thank you guys so much for all the support. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Take care, and have a great time scrimming, guys. Peace.